trash kids when they saw this increase. Sorry, gotta go. Double G, double P. Sorry.
Fortnite, let's go. I get it all night for show. I'm on a Fortnite, let's go. I get it all night.
Happened this morning. Here we go. Swilliam and FaZe. I hope I'm saying that right. Is that right, FaZe? Falsey?
I think it's Falsey, but I'm not positive. Again, it could be either one of those. If you are on the GE team, or if you're Falsey himself or FaZe, let us know. But we've seen Swilliam up there a ton in terms of the solos and the duos competition. Not as much so with Falsey. Typically, we'll only see him if he's hanging around with Swilliam. But it's a duo who really has been making waves, as now they are in the top 15 and already sitting on 13 elims as well. Nice little rotation there with the redeploy, but a little bit of an early pop. So gonna opt to kind of use the zip line, catch themselves there, and then build up a nice little 1x1 or so. As now Falsey looking to try and get an angle here as they build up against the side of the mountain.
Did you see why I was laughing? Did you see where the storm circle's going?
Oh, no, I did not. I was like going right
Oh, man.
Man Mountain.
Not quite. Not quite. It's actually going to the very...
Nice.
Yes, it's going out to the very edge of the map. So this should be interesting. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. I'm all about controlled chaos, man. I'd like to see these crazy things, but look at Swilliam right now going toe-to-toe with other players. Alter Ego Fezzle here as well. I believe his duo partner was just eliminated on the opposite peak, actually. Still, I mean, it's still very dense lobby. Oh, the supply drop. Okay, all right. Maybe something to work for, maybe not, but let's see what Sao Gaming is up to right now. Loadout's fine, you know? There might be a potential, remember, we have that visual bug that happens sometimes, so he might actually have something in that fourth slot. But there's a duo right here. One of them is down, and he's going full send, Sundown.
Yeah, he wants to catch it as the player is going for the revive. Ideally, you get him right after he confirms the revive, so you can get those 2 points. But instead, just going to opt to pick up Lexi Realize and get whatever utility he opts, and instead it's just going to be some of the shields, so you can see those popping in there. Will be enough to get him back up to 140 effective HP, and we're going to move away from that nice little peninsula over on the side as Zoo Gaming gets absolutely blasted on the side. That player has to know it is white damage and no shield, so trying to make sure he has a ramp in the way as that player is being pressured from somebody behind him.
He's trying to keep the turbo build up so that if the player does punch through, the wall will come back out. He destroyed the ramp there because he knows he wants to try and get a ramp in front of him, potentially even a cone, depending on his situation. So now the player backs up, and look, the double ramps come out from both players, and now Sao is just trying to get out of dodge. And this is really bad because look at the storm. It is just chewing through his health. He cannot stop. On 5 effective HP, he needs to make something happen, a siphon, or try to get to the new safe zone as fast as possible. Now he's going to get the minis off. This is huge. 55 total HP. It's not great, but listen, it's better than 5 HP, right? That med kit potentially as well, but it's going to be a 10-second dedicated time window that, honestly, I don't think he's going to have.
He needs to get to the edge of the zone now. He's so close to being there. If he can get to the edge of the zone and pop it, because it is Circle 6, yeah, he will have enough time, assuming he doesn't just get an awful rotation, which he doesn't, because the storm is moving back over him now. So he will have enough time to close this out and then rotate away as the storm moves sort of back over the path he just took. It's a little bit off on the angle. You can see him. That's what I was talking about with those smoke bombs. When you have a little bit of that smoke shadow around you as you're double hopping around, So Gaming was able to find that as Falsey picks up 2 more elims, and we're inside the top 10. So 2 more points coming out from everyone. But right now, BRZ Sue Gaming is trying to do it all on his own, but out of utility, struggling in terms of effective HP now as he ticks down to 130, and not on a ton of builds either. So he's going to be thrown up in the air. I mean, this is going to be rough.
Oh, we just accidentally challenged a player, and he says, well, I guess if you got a stair here for me, I'm going to build up. And look, he's punished immediately for doing it. They said, why are you trying to contest by high ground? Sal, huh? What are you doing? And now he's down to 25, Sundown. This is a tough spot to be in.
Yep, and now sub 20 builds as he's blocking himself up. So you're talking about it sometimes when you go into this late game, yeah, you feel like you're in an okay place, but if you don't have an abundance of utility, any one of those chips can start to snowball. It can put you in a bad spot. And all of a sudden, Sue Gaming, who was at 5 HP, and then back up to 150, is back down to 25, pushing the box, attack versus
oh, he's 1 HP, Sundown!
And he has him forced against the storm too. Oh, Guardman brilliantly done there. Had the trap over on the side, so good job from Subban to avoid that. But it means you're going to be stuck in a singular spot. Guardman throws the combat shells towards it and says, I'll take that. Now you have Falsey in your top right, picking up Guardman, and you have Cabbage in the bottom right. And we're into the top 5 with nobody having a battle buddy. This is duos, but it might as well be solo. So Falsey on 17 elims in your top right, Cabbage on 1 elim in your bottom right. Everyone else in between on the wide. Ryu is on the high ground, and Cabbage does pick up Alter Ego Freezy, so he has low ground completely to himself right now.
Cabbage gonna go try and go toe-to-toe with this player down on the lowest ground. Look at Ryu up on top. He's going toe-to-toe with Falsey, and Falsey says, not today, friend. And now he hears the shots from down below. He stops for a moment to pick up the loot. And look at this. He immediately draws a bead on this player. It's Cabbage. And Falsey here's got the health advantage and the high ground. Oh, do it, please. You know I'll freaking lose. Falsey, don't do this. Production, if you do this to me.
He's looking for it. He wants the angle. You could hear the other player just went, hello? Yeah, I got it.
All right, okay, Squints, I'm gonna high five you next time I see you. That was pretty dope.